Sup nerds, today we have WarGreymon OTK versus Security Control. Mario won the die roll, so he's forced to go first. And he hatches Viximon. Evo's into Salamon. And plays Matt. I hatch my Koro. Evo into Agu. Evo into Agu X for free. Evo into Greymon for 2. And then I play a red memory boost. Would set him to 1, but sadly he has a memory setter. And I add the Agumon. He promotes. Swings with Sala. Does die. Thankfully he does not have 3 or fewer security, so he does not recover. He plays Magna for 7, give me 4, and recover 1. I promote. I play Agu for 3, get my Scourge on. I add Raid WarGrey. Pop my boost, go to 3. Evo into Metal Gray. Swing and Raid into Magna. Sadly, I didn't reveal a tie off my first search, so I couldn't play one for free. Evo into Agu X. Add another starter deck WarGreymon. Evo into Alterous mode for 0. And I'm thinking about Evoing into Metal X, but it seems kind of pointless since I'm not going to be able to swing this turn. I feel like I should just save it. So I just play Red Memory Boost to get my Scourge on and add the Gray X. I know Mario plays Death X, so I also don't want to like super play into that as well. That's why I Memory Boosted instead of playing a rookie. He hatches and Evos into the Security Harrismon. So he added Security Digimon this week, which makes his deck a lot more dangerous. There's one of them right there. He plays Geo for 6, gives me 3, and pops my Agu X. Because now if I swing out and don't kill him and potentially check too many Security Digimon, I just die on the clapback, which is unfortunate. So Evo into Metal X, plus 3k, plus 1 security. Evo into WarGrey, plus 3k and reboot. Pop the boost in case I check some BT4 Kari Kamiya's in security. So I swing, Raid, unsuspend. He is 3 checks at 19k. And sadly I check Chaos Degradation as the first check. He puts it on top. If I had managed to dodge any bombs that could out that WarGrey, I actually just would have lethaled him that turn because I had Blitz Omni. But, you know, their bombs are going to be in there sometimes. Evo into Gray, and then Evo into Gray X, then Evo into Metal, and give him his 3. He promotes. Swing security. It does die. Then he plays a Harrismon for 3, and then Tactical retreats it on top of his security and chokes me to 1. So I play Agu, get my Scourge on. I add Ty and BT1 WarGreymon. I do that because I know I need to poke the Harrismon out of security with something without my big stack being out because it'll minus it by a security check. And he plays Kari and chokes me to 1 again. So I Evo into Agu X for 0. Add a Gray X. Swing security. And I know it's a Harrismon. So it goes to his hand and I die to the security check. I just played the tie. Plays Reinforcing, gets to look at top 2. Adds Chaos Degradation as a top card of security, so now I have to play around that as well. So I play Agu for 3, get my Scourge on, add Raid WarGrey to my hand. Because of the security Digimon, I'm forced to be way more patient in these games because I can just lethal myself by checking too many of his security Digimon at once. So he promotes Swing Security, it lives, checks a Memory Boost. He plays Magna for 7, recovers, and taps Kari to gain a memory. Put me to 3. So I promote. Evo into Metal X, plus 3k, plus 1 security. Pop both boosts, go to 7. Evo into WarGrey for 3, plus 1 security check until the end of my turn. So he has 15k for 5 security checks with piercing, so I swing through the Harrismon for 5 checks, and options do not activate. So check a WarGreymon, he draws 2 and it plays itself. Checks Chaos deck, doesn't do anything. Checks a Geo, pops my Agu. Checks a Hell Scythe, doesn't do anything. And checks a Magna. And unfortunately, I did not play around the potential Geo insecurity. I could have evoed out of that range. And I actually think I had a good chance of just winning the game on the spot here if I had evoed into starter deck Greymon and Greymon X, because I could have just swung with that for potentially 2 more checks. We'll see right here. Would have been a Holy Wave, so it recovers because I evoed into Omni and swung again. And now he's 4 more checks. So we got 1 check and he recovered off the Holy Wave, so now we got 3 more. The only check he lost was a Taikamiya check. Loimon doesn't matter. And Hell Scythe. So he plays a Magna Angemon back and recovers again. And I play a tie, give him 4, and I have 3 security left, and he has lethal in the field. I do not have any defense in this deck. So I know if he just swings out, he wins. I considered scooping instead of just passing turn. And yeah, once I knew for sure he was just going to swing out, because there's no real reason not to, I scooped. And I'm going to go second for game 2. By the way, if you guys enjoy this type of content, please like and subscribe. It really helps support the channel and continues to help us grow. All right, and Mario is going first. Whichever one of us is able to decide who goes first, we're always going to choose to go second in this matchup. So he plays Kari to pass turn. I hatch Evo into Agu and then Evo into Greymon. And then play Tai and give him his 3. He hatches Vixie. Plays Magna for 7, recovers, and then taps Kari to gain a memory. I Evo into Great X for 0. And then play Red Memory Boost, get my Scourge on. And I add the Agu. I want to be able to assemble my pieces. And I add the Great X after I play the Agu. He Evos into Sala, swings security, dies. Plays another Magna, taps Kari, recovers. I Evo into Great X for 2. I'm missing a piercing Metal Greymon right now, that's what I've been searching for. I swing security for 6k, 1 check. Survive, pretty cool. And pop the boost, and then play Agu. Search top 3. Add the Great X. And then Evo into the Great X and give him his 3. I'm starting to play into Death X a little bit here, but my goal is to never have more than 3 bodies on the field. So if he plays Death X and gives me like 10 memory, it's not, I would be cool with that, because I could immediately out it with Raid WarGrey. So he promotes and swings security with Magna, it survives. Yeah, and I'm just forced to be super patient here, because if I start getting super active at a security and check too many security Digimon, like I said, I can just die, since I don't have any blockers or anything like that in this deck. This deck is all gas, no brakes. He swings with Sala, that dies. He plays Holy Wave for 6 and recovers. There's no reason to tap Kari here because I would go to 3 regardless because of my tie. So I finally saw the Metal Greymon that I needed. Now I'm thinking about what I need to do on this turn, because I don't want to promote my stack and expose myself to a massive Death X play, but I also want to Evo into that Metal Greymon and like get a little active. So I swing Great X into Magna and crash, swing Great X into security, check tactical, he recovers. I remind Mario that Kari is not all turns, sadly she's only on your turn. I think if she hadn't been printed so long ago, she probably would have been an all turns effect, but sadly you can only tap her on your turn. So I Evo into Metal Gray and then just pass turn. He hatches. And he plays Kari for 3 and then just hard pass his turn. Which Kari is a bit of an issue because now I can't promote Evo into level 6 and swing into security multiple times because the Kari will just pass turn. So now I have to look for a memory boost card or kill him a different way than going into level 6. So I swing security for 6k, check another Kari, he taps the other Kari to gain a memory, and then just play Greymon for 5 and give him 3. Once again, sort of playing into Death X, but if he Death X's me here, he gives me a bunch of memory and I can just potentially try to lethal him. So he goes into Loimon for 2, swing security, It dies. I'm thankful. I think he's forced to do this. His hand probably doesn't do anything else, so he's evoing into his hybrids to draw cards. But the less cards he has on the field, the better. Because it's really difficult to win once they establish like 3 or 4 cards on the field, which he had a third one in his hand, and he played it to pass turn. Like if he just played that third Kari and passed turn, it would have been really hard for me to lethal him at any point, like burst damage wise. I'm just steadily continuing to try to poke, but I don't want to poke him here because I only have 1 security left and I know he plays hybrids. So Evo into Metal X and then Evo into WarGreymon to pass turn. And basically just say, hey, out this card. But it doesn't seem like he has outs. So he Evos into Loimon for 2. Swing security. It lives. Seems like his hand is a little awkward and that's why he's Evoing into his hybrids. Because he doesn't really have anything else to do. And he plays Matt for 4. And adds back a Loimon. Alright, so now I know that I have to kill him this turn or I just lose. So I promote. I swing security for 12k for 1 check. Check a Geo. Doesn't pop anything, thankfully. He taps a card to gain a memory. I Evo into Metal X for 0, plus 3k plus 1 security. So he's 13k for 4 checks with piercing. Mario gets a little antsy and starts flipping after I declare stuff out loud, but I haven't swung yet. So I swing into his Loimon piercing for 4 checks at 13k. He taps the other Kari. And he goes to... I got a 1 memory. Swing with Geo. And then Blitz Omni for game. Let's go! Thankfully dodged a whole bunch of bombs out of there on that turn. So we take game 2, thankfully. Here on our Chinny Chin Chin. Very close to getting 2-0'd right there. Alright. And I am being forced to go first. I mulliganed my hand, but sadly still didn't see a rookie, so I just play tie to pass. He hatches Vixie, Eva's into Sala. Bricking on rookies isn't the worst thing in the world versus security control, but it definitely could be better. So he plays Korja, gives me 3 and draws 2 cards. I play Metal for 7, give him 4. He swings security with Korja, it dies. Swings security with Sala, it dies. And now if he plays a Digimon, I can raid into him, which he's aware of. Alright, so he plays Kari for 4 to go to 0. And then plays Holy Wave for 6, recovers 1, and then taps Kari to gain a memory. So I hatch Koro in the off chance I draw a rookie this turn. I Evo into Metal X plus 3k plus 1 security. And then Evo into Wargrey for 3. Still no rookies. Swing 18k for 2 checks, check a Geo, and a 15k Death X. And then I play Memory Boost, get my Scourge on, hopefully see a rookie. We do not, so I had another Metal Greymon to hand. He hatches, and my WarGreymon reboots. So he's still 18k on Mario's turn here. I think Mario has a Wyvern's Breath, so Wyvern's Breath isn't going to be able to out my WarGreymon on this turn, thankfully. So he swings security, checks Memory Boost, and lives. Thankfully, the only outs that I think he plays that would be in his hand that he can actually activate are Wyvern's Breath, because he doesn't have a purple source right now. So he Holy Waves, recovers, and tapping Kari doesn't do anything since I have a Memory Setter. So I swing Pierce through him, 12k for 1 check. Check a Holy Wave, and recovers. Can't tap Kari since she's not all turns. I play another Metal Greymon for 7, give him 4. So Mario Wyvern's Breath for 8, and pops my Metal Greymon, which is interesting, but I think he does that because he fears BT1 WarGreymon coming down, which is understandable, because that's just 3 checks. So I swing with Wargrey for 12, check a Tactical, and he recovers again. But not checking Security Digimon is good for me. I don't mind checking the recovery options. And I play Metal for 7 to give him 3. I mean, from his perspective, it kind of looks like I'm trying to set up a BT1 WarGreymon to lethal him. I don't have one in my hand, but obviously he can't know that. And I have yet to draw a rookie, if you have not noticed. So he plays Kari for 3, and just hard passes. He has Digimon he can play, but he knows if he does that, it's just an extra check I get for free off my WarGreymon, because I can raid into him. So he's playing around it, which is smart, but I know it's frustrating for him. So Evo into Metal X for 0, plus 3k plus 1 security. Pop a Mem Boost to go to 5. Evo into BT1 WarGreymon for 3, plus 1 security until the end of his turn. So I am 14k for 3 checks. Have not swung yet, I just declared it out loud. Finally draw a rookie, thankfully. Evo into Agu for 0. I consider popping the other Mim boost in case I check like 2 more cards, but I'm like, whatever. So I swing for 3 checks at 14k. He taps Kari to gain a memory. I don't check any options anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And I Evo into Greymon for 2, and then he goes to 3. So now he is behind the 8 ball here. He has 2 megas he needs to deal with, and he only has 2 security left. I didn't swing with my WarGreymon on that last turn because I did not want to check another security Digimon and have him randomly lethal me on his turn, since I only have 2 security left. And there's like no rush. Because I also don't want to check a random bomb that gets rid of my BT1 WarGreymon. I want to force him to out it with a card in his hand, if he has one. So he plays another Kari for 3, and then passes turn. And the way Mario was talking, I think he had either a Hell Scythe in his hand or a Magna Angemon, but he just did not want to do that and give me a raid target, which is fair. So I promote Evo into Great X for 0. Pop the Mim boost, go to 5. Swing security for 11k, 1 check. Options do not trigger. Check a Chaos Degradation, let's go. And I decide what order I want to swing here. I decide to swing with the Greymon, or the Great X, because he is 8k for 2 checks. And if I check like a Holy Wave or something, I get to lethal him. So I do take it. I had Blitz Omni in my hand as well, but I do take it 2-1. GG's to Mario. But I appreciate you guys stopping by. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're interested in this kind of content. Want to come back for more. But until next time, see ya.